you'll know, whenever I go live, I start talking about things like consultancy positioning and differentiation and marketing matters and all of that type of stuff. But every now and then, I share something that helps us as a business to move forward, make progress, and to grow. And one of those things is something we do every single Monday morning, and which has Claire over there saying that today is her favorite day of the week. Now, how many businesses can boast that Mondays are their favorite day of the week? So I thought I'd share what we do. Now, anybody who is familiar with the book Traction by Gino Wickman and this whole movement called the Entrepreneurial Operating System will know all about this. Every Monday, we run a level 10 meeting. It's called a level 10 because at the end of every meeting, you score how the meeting went out of 10. Pretty simple. But the idea is it's really well-structured meeting. There is a very well-defined agenda that is designed to make the very most of your time. There's a reason for everything that you're discussing, and every component part moves you forward. And it brings in all the other frameworks that are mentioned in the Traction book and are used on the Entrepreneurial Operating System. So you've got your vision traction organizer, page business plan that gives you that vision of what the next 10 years are going to look like, if that's how far you want to go forward. I happen to think that's a bit of a work of fiction. So we tend to look at the next 1 to 3 years. But then you really focus down and you start discussing things like your rocks, which are all the tasks that you want to get done in the current quarter to move you forward. So you've got that quarterly viewpoint, and we're running that meeting every week to make sure that we are doing all of the little minutiae and to-dos that are going to move us forward to get all of those rocks ticked off. But what I wanted to share today, because that's one thing, and if you're interested in that, go and check out Traction, because I think it is a fantastic book, really easy to digest. And I'll probably, being honest, I haven't read it cover to cover, but I've taken enough from it in terms of the frameworks and the discipline and the structure to move us forward as a business. And I really should read the rest of it at some stage. But they've got some other frameworks to help you with recruitment, making sure that you got the right people in the business, the right people on the bus, and sitting in the right seats, doing the right things as well. Some great tools for how to run appraisals and things like that as well over time. So do check it out. But the thing I want to talk about today is something that we have bolted on to this whole process and something we kick off with every time. And I think I've really got to give a shout out to Glenn Watkins, who's a coach of mine, good friend as well. And he has used this in the past and I've kind of adopted it, this idea of best and best. Okay, so you kick off every meeting by asking, what are your two bests of the previous week? Your best personal bit of news or accomplishment, and your best business accomplishment as well. And that sets the tone. I think it's underestimated the power that this has, in fact, but it sets the tone for a fantastic meeting, first off, by getting you into the right frame of mind, by focusing on, and this is what it really does, simple question to get you to focus on what has been accomplished from your previous week's effort, and to get you into a positive mindset. So when you actually cast your mind back, off the face of it, and we do this, sometimes we're just kind of sitting there for a minute thinking, what did I do? And then when we cast our minds back, we always find some fantastic wins, some really groundbreaking, valuable, really heartwarming often things that you've done in both your personal life and your business life to move you forward. And it gets us then into this really positive mindset to go into that meeting, discuss all of the things that we have. What are the rocks? What are our to-dos? What are the issues that we need to discuss and move ourselves through as well? There's a whole section to the level 10 meeting called IDS, issue. So you identify the issue, discuss it, and solve it. You don't move on until you've solved that issue. And that might result in a bunch of to-dos to do, but that's fine because, again, you're moving forward. Best and best, a fantastic concept. I recommend that any meeting you have should, as a team, should kick off with that kind of thing, get you in the best mindset. And if you are that way inclined, take a look at the level 10 meeting. There are a bunch of videos that Gino Wickman has recorded on YouTube to walk you through that process. So you don't have to read the whole book, but also I'd recommend doing that as well. That's my thought for the day and how we at TGO make Monday the best day of our working week. And I wish the same for you, because all the others are pretty enjoyable anyway, let's face it. Have a fantastic week. I will see you soon. Bye.